yeah, this is just kind of early in the day, waiting for things to come together. Set pieces are getting put up. We've got a big set design, lots of things happening. Videos getting set up, lighting's getting set up. Audio and backline take a while to wait to fit into place, so we don't have to do it multiple times, which is really nice. So yeah, we're just kind of hanging. We got consoles flipped, backliner starting to get set up in the truck, and yeah, a little bit of a waiting game. So I feel like once you get into a groove of doing, like, you know, we've done so many amphitheaters like this, it's no culture shock. It's not like we're doing like House of Blues to Amphitheater to Stadium to Muddy Field and wherever. Like, this tour is really nice because it's either this or all of this roof is gone. There's kind of like two speeds. It takes, you know, 2 or 3 shows sometimes to realize where you're at and like your acoustical environment, what you can get away with, you know. And that's one thing that I've, you know, just learned over time is like, I know I can't boost 16K, 16 dB when I really need to, because in here it's gonna be a mess. Like it's gonna take people's heads off. Yeah, it's just like little thoughts like that as we go. Like I try to do as many big broad strokes as possible, so that when people are dropping trough metal like that, you can hear just the reverb in the room is just like, there it goes, you know? This is all gonna turn on, hopefully. Fantastic start. Yeah, the outboard gear is nice, it's fun. It gives it another layer, it gives it vibe, it gives it, you know, there's things in here that plugins, there might be a plugin for it, but it doesn't really feel the same. And yeah, the guys are always like, the guys always walk out to front of house and are beginning of a tour and they're looking at my stuff and they're like, oh cool, you know. And every so often I'll experiment like with like a guitar pedal on vocals or what else have I done? Just like nerdy things like foot switches to trigger events to do X, Y, Z. And I think that's a lot of fun, and it keeps my hands on the console because this show sometimes starts off really fast and it is very like go, go, go. So you kind of have to stay mixing. So if I need to punch in a vocal effect or a tap delay or whatever, if I can just use some foot switches, like I might as well. When I worked in clubs in 2011 to 2015, 16, 17 still, like we still had analog consoles at front of house and we still had analog gates that you had to dial in, and we had H3000s and distressors and M1 reverbs and all of that stuff. And it was a little 500 cap rock club, and we did so many like local shows where it's like 15 metal bands in a day. And you get to sound check the first one and the last one, and those middle 13 were just like, all right, you gotta go for it. So there's something that feels nice about like spinning up a mix on a console and also knowing that like, you know, bus processing or like your money channels or whatever are right here, that you're like, oh, I need this real quick, great. Because sometimes if you're, depending on what console, what plugin, whatever you're running, like it's like, okay, I gotta select and here and then here and I gotta click and then my mouse doesn't work, or like, you know, just some whatever. That's not always an excuse to bring out a rack full of analog gear, but you know, there is something nice about standing here going, oh, this feels like it needs 100 hertz. Like turn the knob, like it's right there. So we're going through the show from last night and just kind of set, you know, if I hear something in the show, I'll kind of make a mental note of it. And the next day with some virtual sound check, I'll just pull it up in my near fields here, some headphones. We'll just kind of go through and see if I can't correct what was happening, if I didn't like something or something felt a little off. It's just a quick way I record almost every show, and I kind of hit my little checkpoints throughout the show of like, this is where I want to make sure guitars sound like this, drums sound like this, vocals sound like this. So while they're still doing things on stage, I'll pull this up. Right now, for drum stuff, I use the bridge in a song called Circles. As you can hear, a lot of drums happening. So I'll just kind of go through, make sure everything feels nice. You can hear the attack, but it's not ticky. Sometimes I'll solo in on like overheads, like this is just 220s and 120s. Kind of using them as like a kit picture. That's toms, that's just toms, that's no verbs, that's no, it's toms with a little transient designer. Yeah, Tom's transient designer. Snare mic, top, 57 on the bottom. Kick. I was doing a one-off with an artist called A.V. Kaplan. We did a show here in Portland at Revolution Hall, I think is the name of the venue. And we went into rehearsals, and Trent had texted me a couple weeks prior and was like, "Do you have anything coming up? We'd love for you to test this thing out and just see what you think." And I was like, "Absolutely, whatever you want." I don't have any gigs coming up until, I think it was, he maybe asked in March, and this started in May. I was like, "I don't think I have anything coming up that I could really test it out on." He's like, "Okay, cool, keep me in the loop." And then like on the Monday when they confirmed me for that one-off, I called him and I was like, "Yo, can you get this to me?" And he was like, "I'll get it to you tomorrow." Next day it was there, and 2 days later we were in rehearsals, and I put it in. I just put kick mic in there, nothing else, no combo of anything. It was just kick mic, and the drummer, after we line checked and did sound check, he was kind of like, "What's the kick? Like, what's the combo in there?" I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, what combination do you have in there? It sounds insane." I was like, "Oh, it's just one microphone." He's like, "What?" Pulled it out, showed him. And then, then we did the show here in Portland, and that was my first time hearing it like live in a PA, and like the rejection was great. It's everything you want in a kick drum. It's picking up attack, it's picking up the weight of it. I'm just shaping it for the mix context, but like I'm not like, "Oh, this thing's way too clicky," or like way too, there's not enough sub bass in it or whatever. And yeah, after that, I was like, I texted Trent. I was like, I'm gonna take this for Pierce the Veil, and he was like, "Oh yeah, of course." And then a couple weeks ago, I was like, "I'm just gonna hang on to this thing." And he was like, "Go right ahead." I was like, "All right, cool." Drums are the only like live microphones I have on stage. Let's see, 13 drum microphones up there. Kicks, snares, hats, racks, floors, rides, overheads, bongos, and I think there is 2 dynamic microphones on the kit for this tour, which certainly couldn't get away with that 10 years ago, I would say. Everyone knows that you have a camera today, so everyone's staying away from the drums. I just said, let's go put some drum mics up, and now's probably a good time to talk to Alan, too.
Oh, yeah.
This is Alan.
Hello, how we doing? I'm our monitor engineer, Alan.
I do monitors.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah, wow. Oh. Let me take all of this. Shit. Okay. Some essentials. Tape measure. Microphones. Like this one. Uh-oh, Kabuki coming in. Yeah, that's all good. Make sure that's all tight. That's cool. And then I don't really need it, but I am using triggers for gates. It's nice. It's just extra control. I'd rather have it than not. But like I was saying, like when we're out, even when we were out in front of those baseball stadium PAs, like the rejection on these things is just insane. It's also really nice because like it's not like a tight kit necessarily, but things are very specifically placed. So like I was taking an LP claw off of the legs, so then you've only got basically 2 options, and then only a certain amount of like this I can slide around, do what I need. Yeah, I'm kind of going a bit up like that. This is kind of the sweet spot that we found for these. And I got the 12K. Just roll off some of that extra top end. Let me add it back in if I need it. Trigger for a gate. This guy right here, get him away from kick drum. No filter. All right. Flip this guy around like that.
Are we just doing hand tight or wrench?
Oh yeah. And then we'll get a measurement on this in a minute. But we're kind of splitting the difference here, getting all that. All this side of the kit. Alan, do you use these as like cymbals or like full kit?
I do. I've got some. It definitely gives my shells a little bit of beef there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate it for both. Better for this. Yeah,
kinda
I
what
mean these. It's a good supplement. Like I feel like these, the close mics we have on them are pretty solid on their own there, but it does give it a little extra body. Like sometimes I'll just filter all that off, but we're leaving it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's better. I think it's better to shape it on your own sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I like them. They're good, nice detail on the cymbals, but don't get so harsh.
That's what I was saying. Was like Lonnie goes from like.
I'm not a fan of cymbals, just in general. I don't think they have any place in music. But yeah, these are pretty solid on them. The drummer gets what he wants. I'm not blowing my ears out. Everyone's happy.
That's so funny. Yeah, when we go through line check, Travis will be like, ride cymbal. He'll just hit it one time.
Yeah, that's enough. I got it.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, no more. Leave me alone. I like to get Travis set up before I get in here because I'd rather the drummer feel comfortable with what he's doing, and then I can come in with all of my things that get in the way.
We both want pretty different things out of our drums.
Yeah.
Because you're going for way more control up front.
Yeah.
But Lonnie, the drummer, he loves a really live kit. And I feel like we're both able to get what we need out of it here without really any compromise there.
Tuning, I feel like we settled on live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the tuning's definitely a little more live.
Yeah.
There.
It's so funny to like just not chase it, but some days it's like playing whack-a-mole. Like if you walk up to, he's like, "Oh, it felt great in the ears," and like I was out in front of house, just like, no.
It keeps Trav, our drum tech, on his toes with these things because they're pretty honest, which I love about them. But it's like they're showing you what's there. So like what's there better be good.
Yeah. It's all the truth is here.
It's there. Yeah.
It's all there. There's no hiding, which is kind of nice. Some days I wish there was a little. I wish someone hid something from me some days.
So when it gets like really hot out, or yeah. Sometimes you wish they were a little more.
Yeah, I wish there was a little more. But also it
keeps Trav really honest.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got to stay on his game. He's got to be good.
The bit of like, I'm doing my job, so you don't have to do your job. Well, if you're good at your job, then I don't have to do my job. But the truth is we're all good. We all know what's up. We all work together. I mean, and there's days too where he'll sit here and tune until doors. Like we'll do a sound check, and he'll go, "Okay, well I'm gonna take it up or bring it down or whatever." And I feel like we spend a lot of time, or Trav spends a lot of time with just tuning, because we're both like fix it at the source people.
Yeah, definitely so. Yeah.
Fix it at the source, put a good microphone on it. That's 80% of the mix.
Yeah.
Same to like quad cortexes, like our guitar tech founder, like they worked so hard on that. Like I feel bad if I were like to get in the way of what they've worked on.
Yeah.
Just try to make it translate. Maybe make the shinier. Maybe make the beef beefier. Everyone loves good beef.
Beef the beef, shine the
Beef the
shiny.
beef, shine the
Like,
shine.
obviously, that's what we're
Yeah.
looking for, yeah.
Nice. That's crazy. Did it first. I eyeballed and got it right, dude. I'm actually gonna bring this. I know. You can eyeball it. You too can. Yeah, that's crazy. We just do that for time alignments and just correct position every day, I suppose. We hit a crazy dust storm in Albuquerque. So they're a little, you can see the little dust. There's a little love on them for being out for a month, but it's just vibe. It just adds character. Sounds good, looks good. Let's see here. I like to try to make it all sound kind of like one big cohesive kit. So sometimes that involves a little snare bleed here and there. Makes it feel alive. Kind of getting that right under the bell just so we can catch all sorts of things. It's tight.
When we start connecting this loop, guys, I want to make sure that
Cool.
Crazy. I don't like it. Oh, I'm too big. You wouldn't believe it. Oh my God, those mics sound. I can tell from here they sound amazing.
Alan Bates and Lauten microphones are match made in heaven.
Basically.
My ears have never sounded better.
Really squash that bottom. Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah. Tighten that cue up. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
So after this, we'll do Disaster.
Yeah, Nirvana, then Disaster.
Correct.
Cool.
We had a day where our kabuki came crashing down and knocked down our left overhead, and we switched to the old ones, and although they're good, they just didn't have, I don't know how to explain it in audio terms, but it's like more, these have more sparkle to them, and we definitely had to do some adjustments over in Monitor World to make it equivalent to these, and then when we went back to these, I was like, oh, there it is, it's nice. All the nerdy stuff, he does all the nerdy stuff, he does all the tonage, and I just hit shit, so, but yeah, I think we got a good trio going. Three Musketeers.
And also Alan.
And Alan, yes.
What are we saying? Yeah.
Well, the crowd doesn't know what Alan's doing. They just think he's a guy like playing piano over on the side of the stage.
Yeah, I got like a crazy keyboard setup over there.
Yeah.
Lonnie likes a really, he likes a really open, really like natural, free sounding kit thing. So that's, you know, the less I kind of do there to like beat it up too much and just like let it feel natural for him is kind of the vibe. I'm always checking like my phase relationships and those things. Like that's what I spend the most time on, just like phase,
clarity,
yeah,
timeline,
exactly, yeah.
It's nice to have the dialogue with them of we can all talk about it. We can be really technical. We can be really vibey. We can be very, feel. I feel like Vic goes off of a lot of feel things. Jaime is very surgical of like, put a 1176 on it and then run it through this EQ and then cut 4K. And then Tony is really good with guitar stuff where he's like, well, you're not going to get that tone because of X, Y, Z. And then, you know, Lonnie's just a monster drummer, so anything he does, it's gonna be great. But even then, like him and Travis have a good conversation about like cymbals and heads, and you know, when we got this kit, we swapped heads out. We did that dance with the tom mics, and it's all for the better. I feel like I especially have gotten a good relationship with them where I can call them and say, I don't think this is working, and sometimes they'll go, you're wrong, or sometimes they go, yeah, absolutely, let's fix it. So yeah, it's interesting.
They're all easy to talk to about that, and like they're like always have notes. They're always examining the things, always making notes on how did this pull off, like can we change this? They're constantly wanting to improve and better things, which is pretty cool.
I think we could probably get 2 or 3 shows like really strong in a row, and then they're like, all right, let's level up. I can't hear you! These guys, I'm such an audio nerd, and they are all gear or audio nerds that we don't even have to like beat around the bush of like it needs to sound warmer or fatter or thinner, or like it's just like even Jaime's like, you need to cut 4K right there, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, dump. Or like you know, guitar tones, I can come up and be like, man, there's so much high mid gain. Like, if we could pull back on that, that would be awesome. And they go, oh, yeah, absolutely. And they know exactly where to go. The same with the techs, like Flounder, Claire, Wes, other guitar techs we've had. I can come to them and say, it sounds like this. We need to do this and fix this. And they go, oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's done. For the tension right now. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'll say in the classic, you do your job so I don't have to.
Right, which
One
is
of us
my line that he stole, but he can borrow it.
So basically what happens here is JP, we brought him out because he looked really cool. I like the shape of his lenses.
That's right.
But ultimately he has no idea what he's doing. I remember something was happening and he just went like this. And then it went away and then he was like, nice.
Yeah.